If you're trying to make healthier choices at the grocery store, you might find yourself paying closer attention to what it says on the label. But with so many buzzwords, it can be kind of tricky, right, to decipher what the labels actually mean. Registered dietitian Sue Mah is joining us this morning to help us navigate some of the most confusing words at the store. I love this topic so much. I am one of those people who goes, wait, what? Organic, natural? I'm confused. Good to see you, Sue.
It's so confusing. Hi there, Lindsey. How are you?
I'm very well. Okay, so let's start in the bread aisle. There is whole grain bread and multigrain bread. What is the difference?
Okay, so whole grain means that you're getting all three parts of the grain. You get that bran layer on the outside, which is filled with fiber and some protein. You get the middle layer called the endosperm, which is filled with carbohydrate and a bit of protein. And then you also get that tiny layer on the inside, the germ layer, which is filled with magnesium, vitamin E, B vitamins, selenium. So choose whole grain whenever you can, like oats, barley, rye, corn, brown rice, quinoa. Multigrain means that you're just getting more than one type of grain, and they may or may not be whole grains.
Let's move on to meat. What does grass-fed beef mean versus grain-fed beef?
Yeah, this is a tricky one. So grass-fed and grain-fed are terms that are used to describe the type of beef that you can buy. Now, all cattle are fed on grasses and forages like clover and alfalfa. Beef that's made from grass-fed cattle means that the cattle was raised on grass and forages only for their entire life. Grain-fed beef means that it came from cattle that were initially raised on grasses and forages and then grain finished. And what does grain finished mean? Well, a few months before the cattle actually goes to market, grains are introduced into the cattle's diet, like corn and barley, and this helps to create a little bit more of a marbled meat. Now, whichever meat you decide to choose, know that all are great sources of protein, iron, vitamin B12. Grass-fed beef tends to be a little bit leaner. It has a little bit more omega-3 fat, a little bit more vitamin K, and some people say it tastes a little differently too.
When it comes to eggs, we often see free-run eggs and free-range eggs. What's the difference? Is there a difference?
Yeah, this can be confusing. So eggs from free-run eggs come from hens that are allowed to roam the entire floor of the barn. So they get to move around. Free-range eggs come from hens who are able to move around on the barn floor and are also able to go outside, weather permitting. Now, we get these crazy cold winters sometimes, and maybe sometimes the hens can't go outside. Now, nutritionally, there's no difference between these eggs and regular eggs. All eggs are great for protein, vitamin B12, iron, folate, and vitamin D.
Moving on to more of the packaged goods, what does it mean when something says made in Canada versus product of Canada?
Yeah. This one is so tricky. So made in Canada means that there was a Canadian company that actually helped to package or prepare the food or ingredient. Product of Canada means that the food or ingredient was actually grown or raised in Canada and also prepared and packaged in Canada. And so I was looking through my pantry yesterday and I found some examples. So I have maple syrup. And this is grown in Canada and it's packaged in Canada. So this is a product of Canada. But then I also found a package of quinoa. Now, we don't really grow quinoa here in Canada, so the ingredient's been imported, but it was packaged here in Canada. So this is a made in Canada product. There's the difference.
Wow. Okay, and finally, this one can be confusing as well. What is the difference between something labeled natural and something labeled organic?
Yeah, they're similar, but they're different. So natural means that nothing has been added, nothing has been removed. There's no vitamins or minerals that's been added, no additives, no artificial flavors. That's natural. So think of dried raisins or dehydrated apples. They're natural. Organic talks about the way that a food or ingredient was grown or processed. So organic chicken, for example, means that the chicken was fed organic feed. Organic ingredients mean that there is no added preservatives, no added flavors, no added sweeteners or artificial colors. And so, for example, here's the tricky one. I found some peanut butter, which is organic, and you can see the organic label, the logo on it. It's organic. It's not natural because salt has been added, and it's made in Canada because the peanuts were grown in the USA, but it was packaged here in Canada.
All right, you just summed up the whole segment in that one jar of peanut butter. Yeah. I've learned so much this morning, Sue Mah. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks so much.
Okay, have a great day.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.